So this is my 100% custom AT or atat. This took me about a week to fully finish, and I will go through almost all of the details right now. So I hope you guys really enjoy. So starting off, I'm just doing a look over of the entire thing so you can get kind of a view. It's not exactly screen accurate or minifigure scale. I was just going off of what I had with the pieces on me, and it just kind of evolved over the week that I was building it. So here you can see that I got the little grates and regals that I tried to fit in as many as I could, but I did add in a little bit of play features. So one of them here, you can open up these panels, which is on both sides, and there's a little crane here that I put in, which is not exactly accurate to what you see in the movies. In the movies it's a little different, but this is what I had with me, so I just kind of integrated it how I could. So you can raise and lower the little crane, and I'm pretty happy with how it came out overall. So with this crane, once you lower it down, I built this little platform here with a couple control panels on it. I don't know what they do. They can do whatever you think they can do, but here, this platform, it's got these little clamps on it, and what these are actually for is you can clamp that to the little hook piece and you can raise it up. So maybe this is to, you know, lift up the officers or the troops when they're going down to battle. And I'm pretty happy with that feature and how it came out. So on the inside here, I lit it up so you could see it better. As you can see, there is an opening on both sides. I did try to replicate the design of the door that you can see kind of in the movies. And then on the back side, you can see I put in a little panel. And you might be wondering what that little knob is, but we'll get to that later. So one thing that I really wanted to put in on this model was a handle to grab it, because this would be a nightmare to pick up without a handle. So once I focus here, you can see that from this handle you can pick it up and move it around. Now I didn't really move it because it's so darn heavy. This thing's probably like 20 pounds. But here's a view of the front of it, so kind of similar to how you might see it in the movies. And I'm actually really proud of the head. I think I got the shape almost nailed down. The guns on it look very accurate with those front ones having little slots, but you can also open up the front, so there's two seats there at the front and space at the back. So I put general viewers in there and a couple pilots, and you can close that up and they all fit fine. And I think the red on the front, I think it really pops out. So another feature I added is a couple of spring-loaded shooters, and also the cannons can kind of pop back like they do in the film, and there's a couple of levers at the back, and if you push them down, the shots will fire out. And I put those levers in just to make it a little easier. Now at the back here, just going over it, I tried to put in as much detail as I was able to, and here's a close-up on the foot. Now one thing that I did put in is the back legs are actually different from the front. You can kind of see it there with the feet. Now this is what I meant before when I said it's not entirely screen accurate, because I was like, well, I do not have enough pieces to create for the same feet. So I made 2 of one and 2 of the other. Now again here, this is awesome here. You can push on a little knob and these floor panels will kind of drop out. So you can put a couple of guys in there, and if you push on it, they'll just fall out. Now, sometimes they get a little stuck, like that happened there, but here's a view from inside. You can see you just kind of push on that little knob and these floor panels will pop out, and you can kind of see into the inside there. I won't really go over the structure at all, just because I did not want to take this thing apart, but for reference here, I have the 2014 Snowspeeder, and just putting that up, it's pretty close to the movie, but I will grab the 2014 atat, and if you put it right next to it, you can kind of see how much bigger it is. My mock is about, or sorry, the 2014 atat is about 2/3 the size, almost even half, but that's how much bigger it really is. And just for fun, I built a little speeder. Unfortunately, it can't fit in to the atat like some of the other sets it could, but I just had some interesting pieces, so I decided to whip out the little speeder, and you got a little control panel, and also a cargo train that can kind of hook onto the back of it. Now, I don't necessarily know what these little canisters are, you know, maybe this one's fuel or something, but these ones in the back, I was kind of inspired by the old Lego Star Wars games where you would shoot these little bombs and they would blow up, so that's kind of my little homage to those, some of my childhood there. And you know, it slides on the floor pretty well. I use some inverted tiles so it can go pretty smooth, and I'm pretty happy with how it came out. You know, maybe the idea is it kind of swerves along and the atat would use its little crane to pick them all up. And here's some figures just for scale. You have the snow troopers, and you have a couple of officers. You got General Veers and a pilot, and your band of rebels. A couple of them have blasters and thermal detonators. And then another size comparison, here's a Luke Skywalker minifigure, and that's right next to the foot. And you can pretty much tell, sorry about the focus here, but you can pretty much tell how big this thing is, with one of the feet being taller than a minifigure. But I mean, it came out really well, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you made it this far into the video, good job. I hope you guys enjoyed my creation.